Hey everybody, so, it's the day prior, right? Big day tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. Yeah, nervous, very nervous. A little bit scared, to find out. Just more nervous than anything, So today, I had, I did the special diet thing, no physical activity and stuff, all the stuff that's required before the test and everything tomorrow. So yeah, like I made sure I didn't eat any high sugar foods or red meat or things of that nature. Certain like cheeses and stuff, you're not allowed to eat. Definitely didn't do any physical activity. I'm still sore though from the day, from like 2 days ago. So I am really hoping that I didn't already screw myself up for the test prior, but can't change it now, right? I mean, yeah, I'm sore. So it is what it is. But yeah, big day tomorrow. Got the PET CT scan, and it's looking like I'm gonna find out the answers. So just looking at like what they use is a system called My Chart and everything, so I can see like all my appointments and stuff, and I can like if I want to, I could instant message my doctor and like the team and stuff. It's actually a really good program. I really like that. I really like how they utilize that, and then like everything's documented too. It's a pretty cool thing. But I was looking at the schedule for tomorrow with the testing and everything, and then I do have an appointment afterwards. And it looks like the way that it's structured time-wise, that there's a high probability that they'll have the results for the doctor's appointment where we'll sit down and discuss and see where I'm at. So today's kind of, I mean, you can tell I'm worried about it. I mean, I can't hide it. There's no secret. I'm definitely nervous. Hi, Chuck. Thank you for praying for me, bro. I do believe too, man. I believe tomorrow is going to be a glorious day. I do. Like I said, though, I have been tricked in the past on multiple occasions, and if that happens, I'm okay with it. What does it mean to me at this point, really? I just put my boots back on and get back to work. Get back to the fight. That's all that means. I don't know what that fight would look at now. Like, I don't know what it would look like, after the trial, and since I'm part of the trial, I don't know if that would require, like, getting, like, reinfusions done, or if they would do, like, chemo and things. I have no idea what that would look like. I think it most definitely would change, how I would do things, but, yeah. I'm not even going to think that way. I'm not even going to think that way because, it's going to be awesome. We're going to do great. Oh, I hope. So, like, how do I, like, I'm making a video like this now because, I'm documenting, like, this is more of the emotional and mental side of the cancer fight, that roller coaster. This is the waiting period. So I did videos on purpose every day leading up to the test. So today's the last day prior. Test is tomorrow. And I'm gonna do. I can't do it on Facebook here, but I'm gonna do what they call shorts, which are like short little videos and stuff on the YouTube channel. So I'm gonna do that while I'm in the hospital, because they're like little clips. In order for me to do that, I think on Facebook Live, is I would just have to do a new session every time, and it would just be very like cumbersome, for any of you that wanted to view it. It would just be like, it would be a lot. Excuse me, but yeah. So tomorrow, going into the testing and everything while I'm in the hospital, I'll be doing shorts on the YouTube channel leading up to what it is. And I am going to make a video. I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. I'm not going to be like that. I want you guys to see what this is like, whether it's good news or bad news tomorrow. Making a video is going to be the second thing that I do. Obviously, the first thing is I'm going to call my wife and let her know what's going on. Let her know, if I did get the results back tomorrow, if we did discuss it, I'm definitely going to let her know what's going on. Then the second thing I'm going to do is make a video, because I want to make sure that I capture this part, because this part is the special part, the part that people don't show, the part that people don't get to see, because it's extremely personal. It's extremely nerve-wracking. It's terribly emotional for everyone involved. I'm 100% sure that my wife is nervous too. My kids are young; they don't really know what's going on, but I know that my wife is nervous. I'm nervous. We're all kind of bracing for impact right now. To see, and since I've been doing this for so long, and I've been here so many times before, I think it kind of makes it worse, because we know what it's like, to get your hopes and stuff crushed. We know what it's like to get good news too. We've been on both sides of the spectrum, so we don't really know. But as it stands, what it really is like right now, the day prior, is it's all nerves. It's all that feeling in your stomach, you're about to do this. And I think I get more nervous now doing this part than starting like a regimen, like a chemo regimen, or starting, getting like radiation. Or I'm actually more nervous than I am now than I was prior to starting the trial, believe it or not. I mean, don't get me wrong, that had its own, slice of challenges and nerves involved, because, I was a first in human, and, it had that added part of, what is this going to do? Like, is it going to turn me into, like, a freak of nature? Like, am I going to grow another hand or something? Like, you never know. You don't know what to do. But to be where I'm at now, like, after you invested so much, time, effort, feelings, like, you invested so much into this treatment, and it all comes down to this. It all comes down to, what did it do, if anything? And it's just a hell of a thing. It's a hell of a thing to feel. So I'm probably not going to get a lot of sleep tonight, because my brain's going to be going a million miles an hour, as you can imagine. And it's just the nature of the beast. It's just the way that this goes. I mean, there's nothing that I could like tell anyone. So, being that I've been through this so many freaking times, that there is nothing that I could tell a new cancer patient, I couldn't tell them, don't be nervous. I couldn't tell them, don't, have the thoughts that they have, the feelings that they have. There's no way. Because there's no matter what I would be able to say to them, it's not going to stop it. It's not. It's totally overpowering to feel how you feel, the thoughts that you have, the what if game at this point, the day before, just hours away from doing it, and it's just, it is what it is at that point. You can only help them, whether it's if I know who you are, I'll even hold your hand. I'll hold your hand through it. If I have to, if I'm actually there with you, we'll do it together. But at this point, what I try to do as somebody who's done this a lot is I think about as positive as I can. I could get into that devil of a game of what ifs in my head. I could let that run, and that's a terrible thing to do because that game is literally the devil. It's the most evil game in the world, and it'll just take all the energy out of you. So I try to steer myself mentally away from that. So I just stay positive. I just think about positive thoughts, and just go about my business. I'll watch a movie or something. I'll check and see if there's a new movie out. Something to break my tension, something to allow me the opportunity to think of something else. Right now, what it is I'm making a video about it to everyone. That's what's breaking it up in my head. So I'm using this opportunity to talk to everyone to accomplish that for me. And in doing so, I'm telling you, in real time, what this is like. What part of this is crazy, how you feel, and how you feel, how you think, things I do, all that stuff leading up to the most important test of my life, pretty much. Yeah. Shit. I'm so nervous, and I shouldn't be, but I am, and it's okay. Oh, hey, speaking of which, I know that Chucky. So, question, we had this question about that the change from the video the other day. I have I'm really sensitive to changes in electronic fields and stuff now after what I just recently went through. Got one question answered. Big thunderstorm out there today here in Houston. Lightning, thunder, nice storm. Not severe. It was just a regular rolling storm going through. Yes, I could. I could definitely tell. I actually had to, so I have I'll show you the camera. So I have all these are all windows in the apartment. So right now the blinds are down. If I had the blinds up, you could see. Oh, it's a beautiful view. But there's a hotel next to us across the road, so there's rooms there. So in order to have privacy, I keep them closed and the blinds down. But with the blinds being down, I sat here and I can literally tell that there was a thunderstorm. Now I really had to concentrate, being that I was indoors and I'm very well shielded in here. If I would have went up to the 35th floor, which is an open area in this apartment complex, it's it's the highest you can go. It's in the building, and they made it into a common area for everybody to go, where there's just the walls are just windows, they're just glass. 360. So you can see the city of Houston like you've never seen it before. It is a beautiful and breathtaking view. And before I get out of here very shortly and go back to Pennsylvania, I'm gonna go up and take a video on the phone, like a 360 walk around, which I think I've already done. I'd have to check my phone, but I think I'm gonna do a better job and do it again and capture that view, because I'm probably never gonna come back to this building. I might if I have to, but I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. But it's unlikely that I will. So I wanna document that view and share it, because it's breathtaking. It really is. But anyways, if I would have went up there, there's a swimming pool. It's actually an infinity pool up there, so I could have went outside and been up like really high, which might have been a bad idea during a lightning storm. But I think it would have been better. I would have felt things a little bit better if I was up there and not buried in the building. But I could actually tell with headphones in and music playing, so I couldn't hear the storm approaching. I got no, like, I don't watch the weather channel here. I don't. So, and I didn't get no alerts on my phone for, like, any type of weather. Apparently, I had to reconnect there. I had to reconnect. The storm's playing hell on the internet. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. But just to go over it again, just crazy nervous right now. It's the day prior to the big test. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have the answers tomorrow, but I'm not quite sure. And I'll definitely. I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. I'm definitely gonna make a video. That'll be the second thing, like I said, that I'm gonna do. First thing is I'm gonna tell my wife what's going on, and then the second thing is I'll make a video and let you know. But it's gonna be later in the day, so if any of you who are watching this, that video is gonna be later tomorrow evening. I don't really see myself getting back to the apartment and settling down enough to make a video until probably after 1700 or 5 p.m. for you civilian folks. So, because I have an appointment and stuff, like I said, after that and around that time. So after that time, I'll be able to give you the results. Uh, Chuck said that if he was here right now with me, he'd hold my hand and watch Power Rangers with me. I would do that. I would seriously. That would be wonderful, Chuck. I'd love to have you here. I'd love to have you here. I'd love to have you. You're always welcome. Of course, you know that your family. You were my flight medic for how many years? How many years were we together, Chuck? It sounds like a relationship. How many years did we serve together? Do you remember? I don't remember. It was a lot. It was a lot. Um, yeah. Um, 7 years. 7 years, Chuck. That's a long time. Yeah, you could definitely hold my hand. Absolutely. But yeah, even though I'm nervous as hell and I don't want to do this at all, like a big part of me rather would not know. I just want to like pretend and go about life and have good feelings, positive vibes about it. I still have to do this. Like they need the data, for the trial, and I need to know because I need to know what the next step is going to be. And I'm actually curious about that. Like I said, so I'm not saying I'm going to get bad results or anything. I'm not saying that at all. I fully expect to have some decent, good, positive results from this because I know the way I feel right now. But with saying that, I'm very curious seeing that I'm in a trial because this has never been discussed. So I have no idea. But what happens if I do need to continue on with some sort of therapy? What happens then? repeat the trial thing again, or are they allowed to use like other, let's just say, are they allowed to use other chemo agents outside of what the trial are in, in conjunction with the trial? I don't know. That's a good question. Whether or how this is going to go tomorrow, I'm still curiosity. Because nothing that I have read or that I was given as like in the 500 and I think 32-page document and emails of the information about this trial, nothing in there covered that at all. That's a good question. I like that. But like I said, I should know something tomorrow. I hope I know something. Boy, that'd be a hell of a thing to put somebody through to get this scan done, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll talk about this in a few days." I'd be like, "Come on, are you serious?" But yeah, I'm nervous, and that's okay. I should be. This is me nervous. Yeah, this is me really nervous, actually. Yeah. So tonight is going to be a long night for me. But I'm going to try and break that up with like movies and stuff. I'm going to look after I'm done making the video and see if there's anything out there that just came out that I would be interested in. And just keep my mind off it the best I can. And see if I can get a little bit of sleep tonight before I do this tomorrow. I understand if I don't, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best to get some sleep. Chuck brought up something really cool, and I'm gonna share with you all here. He said if this is infused with your immune system, you would think chemo would destroy it. The question is, would it come back when my immune system restores? So, in theory, you're 100% correct with saying that, because if I did get chemo and it destroyed my immune system, it would destroy the cells that they infused in me. The CAR T NK cells, it would definitely kill them. As per the question is, if it would have killed them all, if it was efficient enough to actually kill off every part of my immune system, so it would take my immune system down to absolute zero. If it was able to accomplish that, then yes, it would be basically like a restart, and I wouldn't have any of the CAR T cells in my body. If it left some behind, so if I got chemo and it didn't, it took me down, it took my immune system down, but it didn't completely kill everything, and there was some CAR T cells that made it, then they would just replicate, reproduce, and spread. And over time, given over time, they would repopularize my immune system and go from there. What I'd honestly think, if I had to revert back into having chemo and stuff again, if I don't get positive results tomorrow and I had to do that again, I would almost assume that what they would do is they would give me the chemo regimen, and then at the end they would redo the trial infusion into me, so reintroduce the CAR T NK cells back in. So I think that it would make sense to me that would be procedurally how that would be handled. But again, I don't know. I don't know that because that was never ever covered. That would make sense to me from this point if I had to make an educated guess from my experience. Um, but that doesn't mean that that is actually how this is handled because, like I said, it is an experiment. And they might not run on information in the past because it's 100% experimental. So they might try something different, or they might have some sort of contingency plan built in to the trial that still would teeter on the ends of being experimental. So I don't know. I don't know for sure, and I'm going to ask. I'm most definitely going to ask, regardless of what the outcome is. Even if I'm told, like, hey, you're cured 100%, I'm still going to ask tomorrow because I am genuinely curious on how that would work either way. So I don't know. But yeah, moving on. I'm not gonna dwell on that. I'm gonna try not to. I feel really, really good. I do. I feel surprisingly well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still very weak. Like, yeah, my body has a lot of rehabilitation that I need to do. I really need to get with like physical therapists and I don't really think I need like a personal trainer or anything because I have enough experience in that field from my athletics and everything that I've done in the past that I'm pretty sure I can handle that on my own. But I do need to definitely get with the PT folks, the physical therapy folks, and start doing some sort of rehabilitation with my body because it's from what it's been through. I mean, right now I'm getting stronger and everything, but it is very weak. It was knocked down very far. I lost a significant amount of muscle mass to the point where I'm just like a frame right now. It's like starting all over again, So I do feel well enough. Excuse me. At this point, I do feel well enough that my body's moving in a positive direction. I am getting some muscle put on, but like I said, I'm very limited. I'm pretty weak. I'm not used to being like this. I was always a very well-built, strong individual. So this is very new to me. Being this skinny and being this weak. But I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to do my thing. And as long as my body responds well to it, I'm imagining it's going to be slow. It's creeping along. My body's creeping along pretty good, but it's definitely not a rock star at any means at this stage. It's easy for me to overdo it, just doing normal things like average function, like lifestyle things. I could very, very easily overdo just by just say cleaning up the apartment, just taking the garbage out or doing things of that nature. It could very quickly just doing something that normal I could overdo it. That's where I'm at, like with my body. So I have to be careful. I really do. I have to be very, very careful on what I do. Every move, every function of my day when it comes to doing something physically is very calculated and highly monitored by myself because I have to really think before I do something. I have to make sure that I am doing things very efficient, working smart and not hard, so that I can, have the energy and the strength to get things done. And that's just normal stuff. So that's what I have to do. in order to just function at this stage as a normal human being and do normal routine things of just life. Yeah, it's very calculated. Uh, I'm looking forward to progressing out of that stage, getting strength, getting energy, getting stamina back. I'm looking forward to acquiring that again, but I'm not there yet. So I don't know if my body's still fixing internal damage, stuff that you don't see, that you don't know. Normally your body will heal that first and then move on to, like muscle gain and stuff like that. Um, I think like I'm at the teetering point to where the internal stuff is kind of like good enough and I can start working on the external stuff. Um, yeah, that's where I'm at. So tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna wrap this up because I just really want to entertain myself at this point and do what I do, to keep my mind off of it. But tomorrow, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I will make a video. It's going to be in the evening. Like I said, just to reiterate on that, it's going to be in the evening because of the way that my appointments and everything are scheduled time wise. So, probably after, 1700, which is 5 o'clock for everyone. I'm an hour. Remember now, I'm actually an hour behind you folks that are on the East Coast. I'm in Central Time Zone, I do believe. So I think I would be an hour behind you on the East Coast. If you're my West Coast friends, I'm 2 hours ahead of you. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But on my time here where I'm at, it'll be, 1700, 5 o'clock. Should be 6 o'clock for East Coast, 3 o'clock West Coast. That's probably when I'll make a video to let you know what if anything. There's no guarantee that I'm going to find out the results tomorrow, but I do think that it's a high probability that I will. Seeing how it was, the appointments and everything are structured, I think there will be something that will be discussed. Hopefully it is the results of the PET CT scan. So I'm first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call my wife because, yeah, I need to do that. And then the second thing I'll do as soon as I get back to the apartment is I'll make a video to let you all know one way or another what's going on. Okay? I hope everybody has a good night. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers. Here we go. It's game time, big time. And tomorrow is the all important cancer test to see what's going on. So it is definitely game time. Keep me in your thoughts, keep me in your prayers. We're going to do this, and fingers crossed. Here we go. All right. Take it easy, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully, I got great news. I'm really hoping. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.